Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today's video is going to be about this. So this is the 2021 Mahindra XUV300. This is the W8 optional petrol manual variant, and starting off from the front we can see inside the bonnet. So this is a 1.2 liter engine. It's a 3-cylinder. It generates about 110 horsepower and 200 newton meters of torque, and this is one of the best engine in its class. And despite the heavy weight of the car, which is about 1400 kgs compared to the other cars in the segment, it is very heavy. This car can pull very neatly and very fast, and we have the engine insulation up there. And now popping the hood back down, as you can see. So coming on to the headlights, so these are halogen headlights, both the low beam and the high beam. We have the indicators and the LED DRLs. We have halogen fog lights down there. The LED DRLs blend nicely into the chrome line running on top of the grille, the chrome studded pattern. Straight lines down here, tow hook down there, front parking sensors. Now coming on to the wheels, so these wheels are R17 215 by 55. that's the tire width, and the sidewall width, like the profile of the tire. These are 17-inch alloys, and there are 4 disc brakes all around. And some other safety features of this car are 7 airbags, that is all curtain airbags, driver, passenger, and the driver knee airbag, which is a segment first, along with ABS, EBD, and traction control as well. We have the request sensors over here at the side. So these are both on the passenger and the driver. Since this is a early 2021 model, it has all of this. There have been some cuts in the later 2021 model after the XUV300 was launched because of some price overlap between the top variants of this and the base variants of that. They cut these lamps on the side of the doors. Other than that, they also cut the heated outside ORVM. The button is over there, and they cut the request sensor for the passenger over there, and the boot lamp as well was cut. Other than that, still staying on this car, we have this line which runs from the side to the back, and over here we have the tail lights. So these have the LED element around them. However, the main bulbs are still halogen, and all of that is halogen. We have the fog lamps down here which have a light in them, and these are LED. So these are aftermarket, these are not the original ones. The original one are still halogen. We have these. So these are the reverse parking sensors as well as the parking camera down here. So the lines over here, with the purpose of these is to operate the defogger. And we also have the rear wash and wipe system. And now coming to the boot space, so the boot space is pretty small in this car for a car of this segment, honestly. And the omission of a parcel tray is another glaring miss. That is still on the accessories list and not given as a option. And even though this is the top end variant, it's not there, which is actually a very big omission. It's kind of weird that Mahindra did that. But we have a small 278 liter boot, but what we get from the small boot is this. So this is the large, like the huge leg room. There is a lot of leg room in this car, and this can rival the Cretas and the Seltoses of this world, which is actually a very nice feature. But the the omission of the boot space is kind of a glaring miss, honestly. It kind of ruins the deal for people who are going for this as a family car. However, if you still want to do a weekend getaway, it's very easily manageable. You just have to pack smart, and you have to organize your luggage smartly. But other than that, we have this. So this is to turn on and off the passenger airbag. So in case you have you have a child seat in the front and you want to turn off the airbag for safety reasons, you can go ahead and do that. We have roof rails up here, and we also have a sunroof over here, as you can see. And the sunroof is actually one of the biggest in its class, which is a really good feature. And now moving on to the interior. So now walking into the car, the first thing that we see over here on the side is the height adjust for the seat, the backrest adjust for the seat, and you can move this front and back. So this is a 6-way manual adjust seat, and it has 4 leather over here, as you can see. Over here we have the headlamp leveler, parking sensors on and off, as well as the start stop on and off, the traction control on and off. And getting into the car, as you can see, so over here we have the MID in the front. So this has the distance to empty, it has the average fuel efficiency, and other than that, cycling through it, you can see the speed, the temperature, the trip, A and B, and all of that. We have the tachometer over here, we have the speedometer over there, and this is actually very cool, like how it looks. And you can change the light back here. As you can see, it's blue now, and it's red, so that is configurable. There are 5 colors in this. And over here the steering wheel, so this is a nice steering wheel. It's leather wrapped. We have the controls for the music and all of that over here. We have the controls for the cruise control over here, and up here we have the sunroof. So this is a very nice thing, and Indians especially love stuff like this, like the sunroofs, because you know, it's just a simple handy feel. It's not a very practical feature here in India, but it's still a hit among Indians. You can see I'm closing that, and this part is manual, like the closing of the sunroof and all of that. Now moving into the center, we have this. So this is the 7-inch touchscreen. So this has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it also has inbuilt navigation, as you can see. So yeah, this is a very loaded infotainment system. It also has EcoSense, so this tells you how well you've been driving, as you can see over here. So it tells you all of your trips and all of that, and how economically you've been driving, which is a really nice thing. We have steering modes over here. So it has comfort, normal and sport. And now starting up the car, and the first thing you see over here, how light the steering is because of the power steering. And this is in comfort mode right now, so I can twirl this around with just one finger. It is very easy to do that. We have the AC controls down here. So these AC controls look kind of old in the otherwise very modern cabin, but I think it just works because it's a very functional thing. We have the dual zone climate control, so you can select different temperatures for the driver and the passenger. We have 2 USB ports down here, the aux port, the 12-volt charging socket, the gear lever, as you can see, which is kind of twistable, but yeah, you can put it in gear. We have the lever to put it in reverse, so you can take it all the way over there, and it is overall a very nice feel in the hand. Coming down here in the middle, so this is the place. This is the armrest as well as the cubby hole where you can store stuff. One sound test real quick. But yeah, we also have this over here. So this is for the heated outside mirrors. And now moving on to the back seat. So now that we are back here, the first thing that you see are these. So these are the magazine holders, and these are proper magazine holders. They have straps instead of the pockets, which look kind of ugly. So these are actually magazine holders and not just junk holders. We have the piano black finish at the side, along with the power window switch, the chrome door handle, and the speaker over here to the side. The speaker system in this car is kind of mediocre. It's not the best, but the touchscreen, I think that is one of my biggest gripes about this car, because that touchscreen could have been way better, especially for a car that you're paying almost 13-14 lakhs for. I expected a higher resolution screen. That screen is just a bit low resolution. It does not look HD. But other than that, we have the armrest over here, the twin cup holders, and this bottle holder which can easily hold a 1-liter bottle, as you can see over there. And this is the legroom with an average size passenger who likes to lounge in the seat, and that is with the seat all the way back. So even if I come over here, you can see I still have adequate legroom, which is one of the best things about this car, that there is acres and acres of legroom. One surprising omission in this car though are the lack of rear AC vents. I would have preferred it if there were rear AC vents. It would have been a nice feature. Another thing that I think should have been better about this car, you should have the ability to pause music from the steering. You can't do that. There is no button to pause music on the steering wheel. That is it about this car. And now coming on to my final verdict about this car, I think that this is one of the best, most well sorted car in its segment, because this is the safest car. It is in the segment at least, it's one of the fastest cars in the segment. It has amazing performance, and it feels very solid on the road, and it has acres and acres of legroom. However, some of the drawbacks are the kind of poor audio system, the poor boot space, and another thing that people might not like is the styling. Like, I was not a huge fan of the rear initially, but it has grown on me, and I might sound a bit biased when I say this because this is our car, but I think that is one of the most well sorted cars in a segment. And if you have the money That's about 14 lakhs. I would prefer this car above the Kia Sonet, the Hyundai Venue and the Tata Nexon, because it's just that good. And I think that's it for today's video. So thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.